All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give my honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash, say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. And we give up honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And in 2024, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, Lord willing, this be the year that Yahweh Yahweh Shai redeems the elect. Let's jump right into it. The title of this video is going to be called Chaos is Coming. Chaos is Coming. All right, we just had this recent, everybody's well aware of the news of the second attempt on Trump. All right, that's unprecedented, literally. It's unprecedented. Why is that? Because they want this chaos. And somebody said something, I was watching Canadian Prepper, and he said something. He said, if it was the deep state, if it was the real ones in the dark that really run this thing, they said that they wouldn't have missed, and that was a very heavy thing when, of course you think about it. But when he said it, it was a very, made you think like, yeah, if it really was them, they would have, they have multiple ways. They have all types of ways to do things when it comes to their agenda. So this could be a lone thing, or it could be a psyop. It could be something to mix people up, have people concentrating, watch one thing, sleight of hand. There's a lot of unknown things. That's why it says, if it be possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So there's a lot of left-handed things that are happening right now that are for distractions. You have a lot of manipulation that's going on, because we know that this race, whoever gets in there, is not going to change what's actually coming and what's the plans that is already set. Okay, because we're dealing with, what does it say, wickedness in high places. All right, so you see the articles up here, you can read through them. They say this guy is the one that, the suspect, and he's appearing in court. But the main thing is, what I looked up was that you're seeing a lot of unrest articles. Okay, and what is this one right here? You got Trump supporters call for riots and violent retribution after verdict. Threats of U.S. civil unrest is low but rising, analyst finds. You have what option? We can't blame Russia for America unrest anymore. It's homegrown. And one of the few forecasts to predict violence and chaos in 2020 thinks the U.S. is closer to collapse than Russia. And then the first one, it says, we are in the worst crisis we have known since the Civil War. So chaos is coming. Chaos is on the way. All right. You see all these things that are brewing up, all these articles. They're just on. All I did was type in unrest in America. Russia spy agency accused U.S. of plotting election unrest in Georgia. That's on them. Threat of U.S. civil unrest is low. Hold on. Let me find one that I was hitting. But the main point is, this article is showing, or these articles are showing you, that it's a trend. The Civil War is trending in people's minds, and it's being set. Okay, they're moving the pieces around for that coming time where something's gonna happen. All right, if it's the election, if it's another attempt, if it's the crash of the dollar, because that's coming too. And this is, it says, BRICS Citibank predicts the future of the U.S. dollar. It says the U.S. dollar is on a slippery slope, and that all these adversaries are looking for is to topple. Okay, they're looking to topple this place, and if that money goes and that world reserve currency status slips or falls, then it's going to be a whole different world, a whole different ball game, and that's what these elites want. They want to push that over the edge. Okay, and the main thing is its truth. The main thing is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because they run both sides of everything in the world. But this truth, this is the only thing that is not captured by these elites, and they know that. Okay, they know that this truth is above their grain. It's going against the grain. That's why Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, says when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So there's something on the earth that is troubling these elites, and it's us waking up. And it's not the average Joe and these sellouts that sell out. You know what I mean? That the elites aren't worried about that. They know that they're allotted a certain amount of jakes to take. Okay, that know this truth. Just like in the time of the Romans, what did Yahushua say? He said, "You your father, the devil." And it's already working. Okay, the wickedness was working back then in the image of the first beast. Okay, which is that Roman Empire. Now it's coming back in that reincarnation. It was been brought back after that deadly wound. Now it's ruling, but now it's going to be ruling in the time of that judgment when the Lord comes back. So all of these things are being set up, but this is the only thing that these elites don't control. Okay, because you can't buy silence when it comes to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because it's what does it say? It's divinely inspired. Okay, that's why we don't have a choice. It says, "You have not chosen me; I've chosen you." All right. And the Lord is pushing the spirit on us to push videos, go out on the highways and byways, set up camps, chant this place down, go into news articles, go into the prophecies that deal with the MOTB. Okay. We're the thorn. Okay. Just like a thorn that's in somebody's side or a thorn that's in somebody's foot. It's a pain. It might not, how you say, might not be a lethal wound, but it's annoying. That's the same thing even in the time of Rome, where you see Israel was popping up. Israelites were raising hell. So the same thing now, it's a thorn in the side of the plans of these elites. And it includes what? Mental domination, and then including that mark. It says this US dollar is on a slippery slope as BRICS is looking to topple it from the world's reserve currency status. Okay. The de-dollarization agenda is gaining steam as the alliance is convincing developing countries to cut ties with the US dollar on the heels of the BRICS de-dollarization efforts. Citibank has predicted the future of the US dollar. Citi gave insights on how the leading currency could perform in the coming months. Okay. Citibank has forecasted that the US dollar could decline amid the global slowdown and remains bearish for the next 2 months. The DXY index, okay, which tracks the performance of the US dollar, shows that currency at 101.40. That's a sharp decline as the currency was at 106.20 in June this year. The decline comes when BRICS is advising to push the U.S. dollar to the bottom of the chart. Citibank forecast that the BRICS currency could slightly outperform the U.S. dollar in the next 2 months. So in the next 2 months, money, the BRICS currency could overshadow the U.S. dollar. And this is in 2 months, not 2 years, not 4 years, not 2 decades, 2 months. So it's not a coincidence that you're gonna have the election around those times. We have different things that are happening here and there, but it's close. And once that happens, they gotta go to war, because if they're not gonna let it fall and then go above it and then let it be back above them, it's like a race. So they're racing, and Yahbashim Yahshua is pushing that spirit because war is coming. Financial crises breed war. It breeds unrest, and that's what you see taking place now. Okay. And it says, read here to know how many sectors of the U.S. will be affected if BRICS ditch the dollar for trade. Also, Citibank's analysts suggest that high foreign exchange currencies like the euro and the pound could dip in the tandem with the U.S. dollar. So that's why you see this push in the European countries to go to war with Russia. That's why they're pushing this narrative that they're sending in all these ATACMs. They're sending cruise missiles. They're telling these Ukrainians they can strike deep in Russia and their infrastructure, their oil refineries. All these are war playing moves, man, because that's what you do in the war. If they were at full blown war, they'd be doing the same ATACMs. They'd be doing the same route that they're doing now. So it's a proxy war. Okay, it's a shadow war, and the Russians know that. So we here, man. All right, let me get this precept, and I'm gonna close on out. I'm not gonna make it too long. Let's see here. This is the book of Isaiah with the unrest. This is Isaiah 19:2, and it says, Let's go to the Amplified. So I will provoke Egyptian against Egyptians, and they will fight, each one against his brother and each one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you see, because we know that Matthew's 24 chapter predicted that what? There'd be unrest in the earth. Let's get that real quick. Matthew's 24 and verse 7, and it reads, let's go into NLT. Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. And we see that happening right now in LA. LA's cracking, man. There's all types of earth, what does it say? Earth disturbances that are taking place right now. Let's do this. Watch this. All we doing is typing earthquake. Look, 3.6 magnitude earthquake. What is that? Malibu area. Another earthquake. Earthquake. 2 earthquakes strike off the coast of British Columbia, but no damages. Magnitude 6.5 strikes British Columbia, Canada. Look at all the earthquakes. And all I did was just type in earthquakes. Small Bay Area earthquake, 6 San Juan Friday afternoon. So earthquakes are happening, just like the scriptures told us, man. So we here. Okay, something's coming down the pike. We just had the Day of Atonement. Everything was went beautiful with brothers, and the Lord allowed us to clean our slate. So now those that didn't do it, or those that don't have that spirit on them, they don't have no atonement for their sins. So judgment is coming, man. That's why we pray and ask Yahweh Shem Yahshua to watch us, keep us safe, keep us in the spirit, and keep with us, man. That's it. We're gonna need him in these times, man. That's why I did that lesson. He will help. And you really got to get closer and thank the Lord for the opportunity that we have, man, because we've been told of these things, and now we know that the Lord gave it to us in the spirit. That is true, and the Bible is true, and it's on point. And if these things are on point, guess what? Us being delivered, if we be a part of the elect, and the judgment coming to Babylon is on the way. All right, so Lord willing, is edifying lesson. I'm gonna leave it there. Just a news update, and I'll say call halal Yahweh. Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chakwadash. Until the next time, I say Shalom, and more now to never keep faith. Shalom.